Hare Krishna, Jai SriKrishna. What is Hinduism? Who is Hindu? And what is that concept called deity worship? Sometimes also called as idol worship. Generally, we find many people of other religions. They say that the deity worship or idol worship is not recommended and condemned in their religions, in their religious books. And they also say that's why say on that basis they say that the deity worship or the idol worship which is practiced by the Hindus, that is also condemned. So they blindly and very crudely say like that without understanding the actual concept of Hinduism. So I will just try to briefly tell about these concepts of Hinduism, Hindu, and what exactly is idol or deity worship. Actually, the word Hindu is a man-made word, but actually Hindu was came from the word Sindhu. Like someone said about those people living on the other side of Sindhu river, they are Sindhus. And gradually over a period of time, because some people, maybe Britishers or some people could not pronounce the word Sindhu, they changed it to Hindu. But whatever it is, here the word Hindu is not, that word, how it came is not the important. But the point is, it refers to those people who practice the Vedic Sanatan Dharma. Because our Vedic Dharma, or Vedic culture, based on the Vedas and Vedic scriptures like the Puranas, Itihasas and Upanishads, it is there since millions of years, much before the creation of other so-called modern religions which we see. So some thousands of years back, maybe some 2000 or 3000 years back, there was only one religion, that is Vedic culture, one culture, Vedic culture, that is Sanatan Dharma, based on Vedic Shastra, Vedic scriptures, Itihasas, Puranas, Upanishads, Ramayana, Mahabharata, and all these things. So they were all. So there was only one such religion, Sanatan Dharma, one dharma. Actually, dharma means not only religion but also means righteousness, because the right path or the right way of living, that is righteousness, as told by these Vedic scriptures. So actually, for all practical purposes, Hinduism refers to the Vedic culture or the Vedic Sanatan Dharma. Obviously, there is no confusion about it. And Hindu means those who are practicing that Vedic Sanatan Dharma or Vedic culture. They are called Hindus. So Hindus are also called as Sanatanis, but officially the word Hindu is still there, Hindu and Hinduism. So we can also substitute that, or it is synonymous. That is Sanatani and Sanatan Dharma. It is same as, for all practical purposes, same as Vedic culture or the Hinduism. Same thing. It's all same thing. So other religions, it's not recommended, because the form of God, the Supreme Lord, is a very imaginary concept in many religions, where they say there is some unknown, unrevealed God who is almighty, all powerful. But how he appears, what are his physical attributes, physical characteristics, his appearance, how he looks like, is not revealed in the many religious books, so-called modern religious books. But how that Supreme Lord appears is very, very clearly revealed in our Vedic Shastras, which say that there are many thousands of gods, lesser gods, who are in charge of the various departments or functioning of the this very vast multiverse or multiple universes. And all these demigods or the lesser gods, who are having many names, they are all having a supreme God, a supreme personality of Godhead, or the Supreme Lord, who is the God of all these lesser gods, whom we may say they are called demigods or lesser gods. And the supreme personality of Godhead, or the Supreme Lord of all gods, is only one, that is Lord Krishna, as proved in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Garga Samhita, Ananta Samhita, Brahma Samhita, and many other Vedic literature. So Vedic literature is a vast treasure of so many books, not just one book. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Supreme Lord, who is the God of all gods, is Lord Krishna. And Lord Krishna also never condemns any worship of the lesser gods. And he says that those who worship the lesser gods, or they will go to the and become their devotees, they will attain the planets of the lesser gods. And those who worship me and become my devotee, that is Lord Krishna's devotee, they will go to the supreme abode of Lord Krishna. So it's not condemned anywhere. It all depends on one's wish, whether he wants to worship a demigod. But Lord Krishna never said that those who worship the other gods or lesser gods, they will go to hell or they're sinners, like that. He has not told. So he has given the freedom or freedom to everyone to choose their god, whether they choose the demigod or lesser god, or they choose the supreme personality of Godhead or the supreme Lord of all gods. But he never condemns or says that the worshippers of other lesser gods will go to hell or they will suffer, like that. This is not mentioned. Rather, he said that those who worship the lesser gods, they will go to their abodes, their supreme abodes. But the highest of all abodes is the abode of Lord Krishna, that is in Vaikuntha Loka. And still the highest planet of Vaikuntha Loka is Goloka. And Lord Krishna also has got many expansions and avatars as per the need, like Lord Vishnu as an expansion, and various avatars like Lord Venkateshwara, or Lord Rama, Lord Vamana, Lord Matsya Avatar, or Kurma Avatar, Lord Varaha, Lord Parshuram. So there are so many varieties of avatars or incarnations of Lord Krishna as per the need and the purpose of avatar. Avatar means to descend down from the spiritual abode Vaikuntha Loka to earth for fulfilling various purposes. And sometimes Lord Krishna also comes to earth directly. Himself he can come, and sometimes he can send his part and parcels or amshas or amsha avatars or expansions or other avatars to fulfill any specific purpose. So this is the concept of Hinduism. So unlike what other religions without understanding our Hinduism they say, that is all false and wrong and baseless. But the facts are mentioned in our Vedic scriptures only, like in Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and many other scriptures, where this concept is very clear and there is no confusion at all. And those who are not aware of these facts, they think there is a confusion. But when we worship a deity or an idol, the deity or idol or the picture or the painting which you can see on my back, the painting of Radha Krishna or the picture, these are not wild imaginary drawings, but they are made as per the bonafide description of the appearance of the Lord, his personal features, his physical attributes, how he appears, how he looks, his body features, all these are mentioned in our Vedic scriptures. And basing on that only, these pictures or paintings or the deities or the idols made of either metal or a steel or iron or marble or wood or granite, whatever it is, they are made. So when we worship the deity or the painting, we don't worship the material with which it is made of. Like when we worship the deity made of stone, we don't worship the stone actually. We worship the bona fide divine form of the Lord Krishna or any of his any other avatar made out of that material. So here the worship is not to the stone or the marble, but worship of the divine auspicious bona fide form of Lord or his forms, different avatars. So it is wrong to say that it is a worship of the stone or worship of the wood or the ink or paper or like that. So it is the divine form. Like when we worship the picture or the photo frame or painting, we worship the form of the Lord, which is made using those paint or brushes or any computerized, designing of the picture. So that is the actual concept. So the Vedic scriptures strongly recommend worship of the divine form of Lord, which is revealed very clearly in Vedic scriptures. But the form of Lord is not revealed in other so-called religions. That's why that is condemned. The deity worship or worship of the paintings is condemned. Condemned because it's not revealed. So they cannot paint or they cannot make an idol because the form is not revealed in their so-called books. But it is very clearly revealed in our Vedic scriptures. So it is recommended, highly recommended in our Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita and other Puranas, Ashtadasha, 18 Mahapuranas. It is very clearly told that in the mechanism, in the how to worship the God, it is very clearly told that a divine bona fide form of the Lord can be made with some choosable materials like the stone or the sand or marble or granite like that or wood like that, or painting can be done and photo frame can be done. And in that way, we can reciprocate with the God. We can worship Him, we can love Him, we can offer prayers, and He also reciprocates and He accepts all our prayers, our offerings, and makes it a prasadam when we offer the recommended food items. So in this way, this is the bona fide way of exchange of love and worship. And the God, in His form as a deity or painting, He accepts it wholeheartedly, because the Lord can accept anything. Lord can even if Lord is is directly present in the spiritual abode, still He is capable of accepting our worship through the deity or the painting, because we are worshiping the bona fide blissful recommended bona fide form of the Lord. So this is the actual fact. So without knowing this, many people out of ignorance, they don't understand the importance of deity worship or the worship of the picture of the bona fide picture of the Lord, and the divine auspicious form of the Lord, and seek the blessings and become blissful, and feel ecstatic and be filled with devotion, with devotional and loving exchange that is possible. So if they don't understand this concept, there is a possibility of condemning this kind of worship, and not relishing the taste and the sweet nectar, the divine nectar of bhakti or devotion, which is very important, which is possible only in case of our Vedic culture or Sanatan Dharma, and not possible in other religions because of their limitations. So this is important for every Hindu or a practitioner of Sanatan Dharma to know, so that he becomes steadfast and determined in his worship, and becomes a very pure devotee of Lord Krishna, or other avatar of Lord Krishna, like Lord Venkateshwara or Lord Rama or Lord Narasimha Swami, like that. Hare Krishna. Jai Sri Krishna.